What if you stumbled into an endless maze in the basement of your local furniture store? No exit signs, just buzzing lights and yellow walls forever. Welcome to the Backrooms. Hey, it's Emma, and I'm feeling a total vibe today, like Goosebumps chic, cardigan but make it cursed. So let's talk. Backrooms is the sci-fi psychological horror from A24, directed by Kane Parsons. He's the YouTube wonderkin behind the viral Backroom shorts. The movie expands that creepypasta energy into a full-on theatrical nightmare. Quick timeline. It premiered in early May at the Aero Theater in Santa Monica, then hit UCL theaters later that month. And the whole thing is about liminal spaces, those empty office floors and hallways that feel wrong for reasons you can't name. It's giving fluorescent migraine but make it cinema, and honestly, I'm obsessed. Okay, story time, because I'm a little spooked today. I went to this discount furniture place with two friends. You know the type, floor models from 2012 and a sad bin of throw pillows. We wander downstairs to check out lamps, and there's this basement hallway that's like beige forever. The hum of lights, that weird industrial carpet, no windows. Totally normal, totally not. We keep walking, and every corner looks the same. I'm cracking jokes like, this is a no-go. This is how you meet a ghost named Mike who sells ergonomic chairs. But I'm low-key sweating. My Apple Watch is like, Queen, your heart rate. We turn around, and I swear the signs changed. I'm like, no, but they didn't, right? Tell me why one of the lights starts flickering in that horror movie rhythm. Not me, but me, clutching a floor lamp like it's a weapon. We pass a break room. It's got a half-eaten muffin, except it looks carefully placed, like someone tried to stage normal. That was uncanny, I felt it. Then we hear a cart squeak. We call out. Nobody answers. Big yikes. Finally, we find a door. It pops into the parking lot. We just burst out laughing, adrenaline giggles. And I'm thinking, this is exactly the movie's vibe. The thrill, the rawness, the way your brain begs for pattern and the room refuses to play. The Backrooms takes that feeling, cranks the dial, and asks, what if the space is alive and learning you? Honestly, iconic nightmare fuel. All right, let's unwrap this. The Backrooms, in internet lore, is a dimension of endless in-between spaces, empty offices, unfriendly hallways, pool rooms that go forever. Imagine your office after hours, but every corridor loops back to nowhere, and the coffee smells like it remembers you from another life. In the film, a furniture store owner named Clark discovers a shimmering wall in his basement, steps through, and boom, extra-dimensional cul-de-sac nightmare. The catch is the mimicry. The Backrooms imitate our world, but badly. Gestures are off by half a beat, rooms feel copy-pasted, like someone watched a YouTube tutorial on being human at 1.25 speed. There's this primary creature called the life form, tall, black, stalks and kills, played by Robert Bogrotsky, who is towering in real life, so it reads scarily real on camera. And an organization called Async in-universe pivots from building MRI machines to mapping the space, which is both science slay and an ethical hot mess. Cast-wise, we've got Chiwetel Ejiofor as Clark, grounded, tragic energy. Renate Reinsville, the Norwegian indie star, plays Dr. Mary Klein, Clark's therapist with her own trauma. Mark Duplass, the indie guy who also produces a ton of stuff, is Phil, the async scientist. Lakita Maxwell and Finn Bennett play Clark's employees Kat and Bobby. Avin Jogia shows up as Naren Warne in archival footage, and Babroki is the life form. It's a stacked, smart ensemble, and people are praising Ejiofor and Reinsver for doing so much with so little dialogue, total masterclass in micro-expressions. Now, the brains behind it. Kane Parsons, if you're new to him, he's the YouTuber who kicked off the Backroom series in the early 2020s using Blender and After Effects. Full DIY king. Going from web shorts to a feature debut is a glow-up and a jump scare. If I were Kane, I'd be thrilled and terrified to scale that personal vision. The screenplay is by Will Sudik. Earlier in development, Roberto Patino was attached. He's a screenwriter known for genre TV and film. Sudik leans into a therapy-driven spine, marrying Clark's push-pull, accountability versus excuses, which gives the maze emotional teeth. Producers include James Wan, horror royalty, Sean Levy, the 21 Laps guy who loves genre with heart, and Osgood Perkins, a moody horror auteur. A24 distributes, which instantly signals artful dread, not cheap jump scares. Financing was reportedly under $10 million, meaning practical sets, mood, and sound over Marvel Monster CGI. They shot in Vancouver under the working title Effigy and built labyrinth sets so convincing people reportedly got lost on set, peak method acting for the production designers. The score, by Ido Van Bremen and Kane Parsons himself, hums with those fluorescent tones. It's like the lights are a character, whispering secrets you don't want. So, what actually happens? Plot nuggets without spoiling every breadcrumb. Clerk finds the portal and pulls his crew into film. The rope meant to save them turns into the creepiest leash imaginable. The entities try hosting an awkward dinner. It's like aliens saw a holiday commercial and said, "We can do that, right?" Mary gets dragged into this world and forces Clark to face himself, and the life form, in a nasty identity twist, shows up mirroring him. Async lurks, watching, cataloging, extracting. It reframes the maze as colonized, not just haunted. And by the end, the space isn't just copying rooms, it's copying people. Sleep tight, besties. Okay, genre fight time. Is this a conventional horror movie, or is it a surreal dreamscape wearing horror's jacket? Some critics treat it like straight horror because there's a clear monster and on-screen kills. Others, like Amy Nicholson at the Los Angeles Times, called it a moving Salvador Dalí painting. Variety and The Guardian praised the atmosphere over jump scares. Me? I'm high-key on Team Surreal. The best scares here are in the negative space. The sameness, the hum, the way a room feels not right. If you want a popcorn shriek every 3 minutes, this is not bad. If you want to feel haunted by office carpet, welcome home. Social stakes! Let's spill the tea! This is the clearest pipeline from internet creepypasta to legit cinema I've seen in a minute. It proves vibe is currency. Also async. In the story they pivot from medical imaging to mapping the unknowable. That's a very tech bro move. Found a new frontier, let's brand it. The ethical receipts are messy. Surveillance, traps, extracting traumatized people like it's Tuesday. It pokes at how institutions dress curiosity up as progress while turning humans into data points. Honestly, that's scarier than the life form. Culturally, the film slots next to Eraserhead and The Shining in the haunted architecture lineage, and yeah, Skinamarink too, we'll get there. It taps that liminal spaces trend from the late 2010s, photos of dead malls and empty rec centers that felt like dreams you should not remember. Critics largely loved it for mood, pacing, and sound, and early box office projections were climbing as release approached, which is wild for a sub-10 million indie. Also, quick note, premiere location got reported as Los Angeles and as Santa Monica. The Aero Theater is in Santa Monica, which is in LA County. Media shorthand chaos, not a conspiracy.
My take, the therapy thread makes it sing. Mary refuses to let Clark outsource blame to the maze, to his vices, to fate. That's relationship truth. Sometimes the scariest thing isn't the monster, it's the moment your ex, or your therapist, or your own mirror says, own what you did. And the Backrooms, with its bad impressions of being human, becomes this tragic chorus of almost people saying, teach us how to be real, and failing. That's the horror. Okay, pause, because next time we're diving into Skinamarink, that micro-budget fever dream where childhood bedrooms turn into cathedrals of dread. You won't want to miss it. So that's the tea, folks. Until next time, keep those lights on and stay curious. Later!